present, or to analyze for you. That you were able to do this using your mind alone.
I did deal with Mr. Thomas. Very strange case. I had kind of chalked it up to, just how broken he had been. It just wasn't too hard to get to the bottom of. I don't think it was anything special.
Okay, and he just continues to write down. He says, "All right, not a problem. Go ahead and go home, and thank you very much for meeting with me." And he closes his notebook.
And is there anything I should be worried about?
No, sir.
Okay.
Just standard check.
You
You're welcome.
That's when he just pisses himself.
And I grab my briefcase and I just beeline the hell out of there.
All right. So after a while, nothing seems to happen immediately. After about a week or so, you receive a digital or an email while you're working from your from somebody extremely high up in the division that you work with, stating that there has been a request for your transfer. You are going to be heading to Madison, Wisconsin. I don't know where your character is right now. If he's already there, then he's already there. But that you're to report to the conclave in Madison, Wisconsin, to undergo training procedures to start joining the Stargate program. Or sorry, the Technogate program.
Fantastic.
I'm getting fired.
Right? I'm pretty sure I'm about to be disappeared. But I don't know what else to do, so I just start packing.
All right.
Because that's, about the only option I see.
All right, cool. So you pack up. Plane tickets are provided for you. Where are you currently located?
I was in Ohio.
Okay. They get a plane for you, have you fly to Madison. You're picked up by a black SUV with MIB agent in it who takes you to a hangar in.
I'm definitely getting disappeared.
Clutching your burner phone
when you
writing my last will on my laptop.
When you arrive in at the Madison, or you don't leave the airport because you're kind of just taken deeper inside of the airport to the National Guard Air Base that's right there, and you're taken to one of the hangars, and when you're you're escorted into the hangar, you see a bunch of people that are working on what looks to be like an Avenger 2, basically one of those stealth bomber, arrow-shaped stealth bombers. And you can see that, they're all just kind of doing some stuff. And then you see there's a large freight elevator off to the left-hand side, and the MIB agent takes you over to the elevator, puts in a code and slides a key card, and then his face gets scanned. Elevator doors open up to a technological monstrosity, basically, for a freight elevator. It doesn't have buttons to floors. It has buttons to different areas of this complex. There's all different types of computers and monitors and other type stuff, and then there's a large glass backing to the freight elevator, so you can view beyond. The MIB agent presses in some buttons, and after a little while, after the numbers start, floor area where you are start flickering by until you get to the location that you're at, you don't feel any movement or anything. And when it stops, it opens up to a like waiting area type place, kind of bland, almost feels government facility type feeling to it. No decorations or anything like that. No magazines even for you to read in the waiting area. Crappy chairs. And there's this one door, and the door opens up, and you hear a man say, "Come on in."
Quickly shuffle in. And in my terrible attempt at trying to feel slightly normal, I just say, "This is quite the operation you got here."
Well, thank you, Mr. Kelly. Kell. Sorry, thank you, Mr. Kell. I am General Bridges, and you see before you, bald man. He stands about 6'5". Huge guys. Got medals all across his chest. He's a 3-star general, and he extends a hand of shake. You're not technically in the military, correct? You're still a civilian.
Correct.
Okay, so yeah, he extends a hand out to shake your hand.
Yeah, I shake it back and try as hard as I can not to let him crush it.
Says, I'm currently investigating into quite a bit of interesting extra-dimensional activity that's been taking place here in Madison over the last 10 years. And we need somebody of your expertise to come onto the team. And I had recently learned that our analysis of your performance recently had indicated you had genius level capabilities. Here at Technogate Command, you will be trained on these advanced sciences that it looks like you have the capability of understanding. And from there, you will be assigned to a gate team and will become one of our field agents working here on Earth and in extra-dimensional spaces.
Sounds fantastic, sir. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not think this was gonna go this.
He kind of smiles and says, "Yeah, the MIB was being a little cryptic with the way that they're handling you. I do apologize. They are not ones for giving out information, as you well know. However, my operations run a little bit differently here. We are very strongly of military precedence for a lot of our activities. However, we do have a lot of civilians, you being one of them, and we don't hold you to military standards. So don't worry about that. If you ever do wish to join up with the military, just let me know. We can get you in. Not a problem. We got some major perks inside of the technocracy, by the way. Join the Air Force. Best one. And
Keep that in mind, sir.
And he says, first thing that we're going to have you do is I'm going to set you up with a team, and we're going to get you start getting you trained up on your advanced sciences. This team currently is also working with one other individual who has recently fully come to understand the concepts of advanced sciences, and I believe that you will be a great addition to this group, especially since we are currently having to bring one person out of the group in order to do some more study in the deep the deep umbra. I'm just going to say that. I don't know if there's another name for it for them. Deep space. In deep space, he's going to be doing some deep space exploration regarding the issue that we currently have. We'll get you up to speed on all of that, but first just go ahead and get yourself familiarized with the base and meet up with your team. Your team is Technogate 42, Team 42. So it's TGT 42, Technogate team.
All right.
And so they will be in the section 42 area of the base. Feel free to go meet up with them. We have just sent word to them that you will be going to be meeting with them. and that you will be joining the team. And
Thank you very much for this opportunity, sir.
you're welcome. You do have the ability to live off base, but we do have a bunker for you here in base. It is just one of the bunk beds, though.
Yeah, I'm not from around here. I might take you up on that at least until I get my feet under me.
Sounds good. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
I don't believe so. I think I'd just gonna take a little while to take this in, but I'd love to meet my team and see who I'll be working with.
Sounds good. So just go into the freight elevator and choose section 42C.
All right. Thank you again, sir.
You're welcome.
So I just am completely out of my element at this point because this is like I knew from experience of working with people that had been touched by, insanity and shit that they saw some stuff, but I've never got to see something like this. So I just kind of beeline back to the freight elevator and just try to find people. So I head right to section 42 because I'm grasping for any semblance of normalcy at the moment.
Good luck, you're about to meet the team.
All right, so Amber and Mike, you guys have just got done eating breakfast. If you have a ritual for breakfast or whatever that you do, for you to do that. Are you both on base currently?
Yeah, it's where we work.
Well, I don't know if you guys had any idea.
I just got into base because again, I don't live on base. On base. I have my spot that I like.
And I live with my mother.
Yes, you do, mama's boy.
So you two arrive, and when you arrive, and you guys, start getting set up for the day to start doing your stuff. Just to let you know, where we're at with you guys is that you've kind of gone through some more training type stuff. Currently, what's going on is over the next month, you'll continue doing training, but the main thing is during that downtime, I want you guys to make some gadgets. So it's just using advanced science, any of the spheres, to make items that are basically one use or limited use items that are magic in a bottle, basically. So you don't, or technology, advanced science in a bottle. So you can use these gadgets, during the mission instead of doing all of your stuff on the fly. And then once we've gone over some gadgetry, I think that we'll probably stop there because we'll do some role playing here with you guys meeting, and then we'll start talking about some gadgets that you guys will be making. I think that'll probably bring us to time.
Okay.
But so let's begin the role playing. Go ahead and role play as much as you guys want for this, or to deviate from anything of making gadgetry. But once you guys are done role playing, we'll just go into gadgetry. Feel free to call upon me to do anything too, or if you want to go somewhere else and do something instead of going and doing gadgetry, right? That's completely up to you guys. But at this point, you guys arrive. You are told that that Don had to, or Don's character, what was it?
Travis.
Tycho? Travis.
I'm Tycho.
You're Tycho. Okay, Travis was unfortunately had been reassigned.
Can we say that he's been gone for a week?
Sure.
I would say a couple months. Let's fast forward the shits. I'd have more knowledge as to what I'm doing, and have been cemented in this place a little longer than before.
Yeah, because it's a shock to Ricky, but it's fucking a mind-bending universal change for you. So yeah, we'll say that it's been about a month that you guys have been doing some training together and stuff like that, and he's been gone for about 2 weeks or so. So you guys receive a notice, just a small memo that says a TPS report that says that you'll be receiving a new member of the team today. They're expected to arrive at 8:35, 35 seconds.
Yeah. Phaedra, did you see this transitional personnel status report?
Yeah. I wanted to show you my new device that I finally was able to create.
Okay.
Picture this. A GPS device that also couples as a that all I need is a sample of someone.
So genetic tracker.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Please don't.
You're cutting out a little bit.
Yes. Please tell me that is not a thing that has already been made.
Not that I know of.
Great. I have the prototype. This one hasn't exploded yet. Can I have some of your hair?
Let's talk about that later.
Okay.
I hear they're sending some new guy to be on this team. When are they going to send Travis back?
They're
The better question is...
And who's this guy they're sending? This Bob Kell.
Better question is...
Looks like he was in the shrink division?
The door.
That's cool? I don't know what that is.
Oh, they're the ones that counsel us after we come back from traumatic missions.
They canceled us?
Counsel.
Oh, council. Okay.
Yeah, there's so much trauma that they created an entire division to take care of it.
Go ahead and both of you make a perception plus a alertness check.
Okay. Difficulty?
4.
I was about to walk in and heard them talking about the guy that had left and decided to wait outside the door and see what I heard.
Oh, sorry, was it difficulty 4, you said?
Can't be right. I guess it is right. 5 successes.
Yeah, I got 5 too.
Okay. So as you guys are talking, you can kind of tell that there's somebody outside the door.
I think there's somebody outside the door.
Then we should go answer that door.
Is the door closed?
The door is closed.
I opened the door.
opened it.
Scramble quickly to act like I was not just listening through the door.
Opened the door. Hi, you must be Bob.
I am. I don't think I got your names.
Oh, I'm Tycho. Welcome to TG42. That's
Tycho?
Yeah, Tycho. Tycho Vance.
Good to meet you. And you?
Hi, I'm Phaedra.
Phaedra. And
Can you sign here, please? And I hand out a piece of paper.
what am I signing?
She's probably trying to get your DNA.
Why you always gotta ruin things?
I don't even know you.
Fine.
Yeah, we're both a bit stir crazy. We've been stuck in this office for 3 months waiting for a new team member so we can finally go on some missions.
How long have you two been working in this place? This is quite the space they got down here.
Oh, yeah. No, it's like, what was it, 50 square kilometers or cubic kilometers down here? It's gigantic.
That's insane. And what is it that you two do here? What am I getting myself into, I guess?
Well, we're supposed to be TG42, Technogate 42. They say we're supposed to say TGT, but nobody says the second T. So anyway, we're TG42, and we're supposed to go on missions, but you can't go on missions unless you have 3 team members, and they took Travis away, so...
Yeah, which is kind of frustrating, because, we've been down here for about, what?
It's almost 3 months now.
Yeah, and clock's ticking. We only got, 4 or 5 months left before potential apocalypse. What's your shoe size, bud?
You're the one that knows about all that Cthulhu brain demon stuff.
Sorry, did you say a Cthulhu apocalypse is happening in a few months?
Yes. We've got 5-6 months left. Shoe size.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's a 12.
And if that worries you,
11 and a half.
Thank you.
if that worries you, just remember that we're TG42, and they gave that one to us.
So what's 41 through 1 doing?
Uh,
Never mind. I don't want to know.
The numbering conventions actually don't. It's non-linear. It's more of a.
I would expect that.
Yeah.
So
Did
this
you,
is interesting because I've actually had a couple, we'll say, clients that I believe were on the TG teams, but I never knew what it was I never knew this was the full extent of what they did.
Yeah, well, good job. You're now on this side of the fence.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised most of their trauma came from sitting at a desk most of the time.
Don't believe that's where the trauma came from.
Well, if I don't get out there soon, I am going to.
You sure you don't want to be saying that in front of a shrink? You think that's a good idea?
I will gladly wait as long as we can before we need to be out there.
No. The patterns have spoken. I know where he's supposed to have the next victim. It needs to happen pretty soon. And if we don't stop this, I'm going to be mad.
I'm sorry.
By the way, you hang to the left. Yes.
Excuse me?
Pattern?
Yes.
Spoken?
Yes. There's so many patterns from the last 15 years from the diagrams that it's supposed to be in this location. And I point at one of the pieces of paper.
I haven't told many people this, but for the last few months I've been noticing patterns.
Do they look like the ones that I have?
A bit, yeah. That's what is this pattern? That's kind of what I've been trying to figure out. No one will really tell me, and I'm scared to bring it up too much. I didn't know what would happen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought I was getting done away with when they brought me here because of it.
I mean, well, these did happen because of murder, so
we might need to talk more about these patterns.
Yeah, and the last guy on our team did get sent away. I mean, I'm
Why
pretty
did
sure he's
they?
fine.
Granted, he was weird. He probably accidentally sneezed wrong and fucked off into the Umbra.
Yeah, but I mean, he grew up in space, so he's happier out there.
I don't think I've ever met anyone that grew up in space.
He was a hoot. So great.
Well, anyway,
Glad he's gone.
are we looking at the murder board that we put together over the past few months?
Yeah.
Because we're doing this?
Yeah, so tell me what this board is.
Well, if you want to follow me to the bunker that they gave me that I'm never going to use, I will show you some of the patterns I put there.
Would love to, because
Wait.
I gotta unload all this stuff.
You have
I unfortunately will be staying in the bunker.
You have a second murder board in your bunker?
I have murder boards here and at home and at almost every state that I went to.
How many murder boards do you have? I thought there was just this one that we worked on together.
Oh, you're so sweet. Did you think I cared about your assistance?
I just well wait just a second, and I go and there's a light switch, and I turn off the lights in the room and I flick on the black lights, and I'm like, I did this whole thing.
Yeah.
And there's
I'm so proud of you. You
there's-
figured out how to do squiggles.
no, there's 3D UV strings everywhere that are incorporeal.
Yeah.
See, look, I did entropic science on it, and I figured out a bunch of other stuff. I was going to go over it with you later today.
Oh. Well, then good job.
Well, thanks.
I'll make you cookies to later.
Thank you.
Amber's character is such a condescending ass.
So
Her character?
So I can kind of see why Amber's here, or what's your name? Sorry,
Phaedra.
Phaedra. I can kind of see why Phaedra's here. But what do you do here, Tycho?
Oh, well, I'm just generally capable in the enlightened sciences, and I needed a job after going on an adventure with some reality deviants, and my mom works here.
So you've had experience with reality deviants already.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean,
And
just
how-
what do we call them here? The werewolves.
You adventured with werewolves.
Yeah. Yeah, for like 5 years.
If only I could get just one sample.
I might need to pick your brain about that later.
Yeah,
I
I'm
already
not,
asked. You told me no scalpels.
yeah,
I've
I'm not
never
ready to
had
talk
the,
about that yet.
Okay. I've never had the chance to
Stop trying to shrink my head, Bob.
never had the chance to meet a deviant before.
Oh, they're
Heard a lot
actually
of stories.
they're actually around the construct from time to time. There's quite a lot of connections between the Void Engineers and some of the local deviants.
Well, one thing on that real quick. Just to let you know, that's pretty confidential information.
Well,
It's
then
okay if you want to know that and that
I
you've blabbed
whispered
it. But that is totally something that General
What
Bridges
are you
has on the
talking
down
about?
low.
Sorry, I kind of zoned out for a hot second. What was information?
Uh,
It's not
Mike
common
was saying-
knowledge that we have dealings with reality deviants.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
wasn't supposed to say that.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why the lieutenant's not or sergeant isn't fully in charge because of shit like this.
Yeah, General Bridges lost command of Technogate because the Syndicate feels there is. So this is more for Mike's character, kind of knowing. But basically, the whole thing has been. Amber, I guess, could be figuring a lot of this stuff out too. But a lot of this almost got completely shut down because there's belief that there's Nefandi influence, which are corrupted mages or corrupted technocrats inside of Technogate Command.
And dealing with werewolves would be just enough to the fire to shut us down.
Well, dealing with the mages was what everybody is freaking out about right now. There's some crazy operations, but we'll go into all of that seasons and seasons down the line.
So I'm gonna kind of that one throws me off, like hearing him say that, and I kind of just shuffle around for a second and ask, so about my bunk. After sensing a little bit of tension in the air.
Yeah. I take your arm and I said, I will show you the way, sir. As I'm like, trying to find some hair.
Can I roll to see if I notice her trying to, or do I have to roll to see if I notice her trying to get my DNA? Because
she'd have to roll to try and do it stealthily, and you would have to roll to see it. Yep. So,
Okay,
you're
cool.
not having
Amber,
my DNA.
Amber, go ahead and make a stealth plus dexterity. You can argue a different thing if you wish, but that's
Oh no, that's perfect for me.
Perception.
and perception and alertness. You could also use awareness, but it looks like that's the same for you. So
Yeah.
What would my my difficulty be?
difficulty will be 6 for both of you.
Jesus Christ. You took his
Alright,
foot,
Phaedra.
and he didn't notice.
Yeah, I'm gonna add that to my notes.
So
Yo, DNA boy.
just to give Ricky a heads up on this, because she got 2 10s. Right now, I'm not doing specialties. I'm just giving double 10s to everything. Later on, we'll probably start doing specialties where you only get this at 4 or above, and it's got to be in your specialty. But right now, I'm just giving it to everybody just to have fun with rolls. Every 10 gives you 2 successes, so she got 7 successes.
Oh, good.
So I feel like I got a nice enough sample from you to do tests.
And I'm just thinking that you're a very nice person for leaving.
Yeah, oh no, I'm the
alone.
best.
Like patted you on like the back and like just like took out like a hair like just perfectly like
Yeah, it's in my notes now. Boy.
All right, so she takes you down to the bunk area. You can get easily all set up. Is there anything that you guys specifically want to do?
We should probably. Well, before we left the room, we would have showed him the diagram of the murders and the patterns that it gives. Do you want to give us a quick rundown of what's going on?
Yeah, let me give you a quick rundown on that. And so first, real quick here, I'm gonna let's just do a quick round of a minute or so of saying what your character looks like, and then I'll go into what's going on, and I think that'll kind of wrap us up there.
Okay. Mike, do you want to go first?
Yep, Mike, go ahead.
Let's see, 27 years old, white, 6'1". He looks exactly like me when I was 25. 27. Oh, probably don't see that.
Yeah, and we don't know what you look like at 27. Even I don't know that.
Let me change it. Yeah. So at the bottom of roll 20 on the character portrait. I wear dumpy clothes to work because I don't care. It's like loose fitting. But I always have my old timey gun belt on. It was my dad's.
So he looks weird as fuck. That's for sure. No. Amber, what's your character look like?
I like my character profile, except for those clothes aren't as clean because like I get all my clothes from Goodwill because bitches cheap. I was
they
brought
provide
in.
us with clothes here, right?
I like my fashion, and I know that mine haven't been through the system in a while.
Also says the person with dumpy clothes on.
Loose fitting like jumpsuits.
Yeah.
From the place where you get jumpsuits.
Right.
On
right.
level 2, level 5, level -3.
And Ricky?
Very similar to the picture, although probably a little less athletic looking. Just very clean cut, but not too stylish in any direction. Always carrying that briefcase computer. And
so if that guy was more nerdy and
if he was just
timid,
like, if he looks like
he could kick your ass right
exactly now. Yeah, if he looked a little less super spy and a little more analyst, like very much that.
A little bit more Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yeah, just like not quite as active in my life.
Oh, now you're gonna be that actor from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids in my head.
Yeah.
Rick Moranis.
But yeah, glasses, just kind of close cropped hair, like just average weight and height, just very average looking.
You are the average white man. All right.
Always dress good. Always, trying to play the part of professional.
Do you do the suit and tie, or do you do like the loose?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
No, tie.
Is it a bow tie or a straight tie?
It is a straight tie.
And from my understanding is that you have a briefcase laptop. It's a laptop that's a briefcase as well.
It's like it's a little more than just a laptop.
Right.
But yeah, you open the briefcase up and it's just one big computer system inside of it.
So real quick, my friends back in the 90s and like 1998-ish tried to build one of those. He tried to just take a computer and just slapping it into a briefcase. Didn't work out very well. Apparently, the ventilation is not there. Anyways, so Amber shows you and Phaedra and Tycho. Yeah, Phaedra and Tycho show you a bunch of different kind of diagrams. All of it is a very I would say that it's like a combination of satanic and Cthulhian lore type symbology type stuff. Very strong indicators of these being ancient, old symbols that were used in ritualistic insanity rituals and stuff like that. The lore kind of leads you down a path of this is kind of where Cthulhu came from. Like that this is the person that like talks about Cthulhu and stuff like that. There's some research regarding him on, that he might have been a reality deviant, and that he might have had truer understandings of what's going on. But there's also stuff dating all the way back, to early mankind, basically. The one thing that you kind of get, there is some old ancient lore that was found in the database that you guys were given access to that talks about Enoch and something to do with the rising of a powerful insanity creature. And a lot of it kind of ties into this new Cthulhian lore that's happening. So you don't have a lot of stuff on the ancient stuff. You have a lot of stuff more on what's recently called Cthulhian lore that's kind of being built, because a lot of the stuff that they're finding is turning out to be true or close to true enough. There's also a lot of mixture of satanic type kind of stuff. One of the main things that they're working on right now that kind of ties in the satanic type stuff is that the ritual that he's doing is a pentagram in Madison of ritualistic murders that he's making 30 points on this pentagram that he's creating in Madison, that's part of a summoning ritual. Also, it's only a part. There's other parts that go into the creation of this ritual, but the culmination is, the beginning and end starts with this pentagram that he draws on a city, basically using death, murders at certain locations, ritualistic murders, in order to draw out the essence of the people that he's murdering in order to feed this creature. And when he's finished, it should awaken the creature and bring forth, an apocalyptic event.
Okay, so like looking at all this, I'm starting to get over my initial kind of trepidation, finally realizing that I'm not just going to be black bagged. And I've always had a lot of access to the knowledge of kind of the effects of this type of stuff, but I've never really been privy to any of the cause, the knowledge, about the things themselves. So I'm getting like super excited, and I'm like already itching to like bust out my laptop and start digging. And I think my main question after looking at all this to them is what kind of access we have to information now that I'm here.
Smile at you and I'm like, the possibilities are endless. I could see that glint of excitement in your eyes. It's about time I had somebody else who could share in my excitement.
I definitely, like, as much as I'm kind of put off by Phaedra's let's say lack of personal space, both in questions and actions. I also am like really intrigued because she's kind of the first connection I've found to these patterns and stuff that I've been seeing. So I guess that's kind of like where my head's at right now, is I'm just like realizing how overnight all of a sudden I just have this whole access to this whole new world of knowledge and stuff, and I'm like getting a little overwhelmed, but really excited.
All right, so yeah, you guys can spend the next. They kind of let you know that over the next month, that they want you to start preparing for a trip into extra dimensional space. The place that you will be going, and I kind of have a post inside of Technogate that you can kind of go to the wiki for it. Inventum is the name of the realm that you're going to be going to. Inventum is in high space, or deep space, basically. And is the area that basically is a dimension. Actually, this would be considered a completely alternate reality. In this alternate reality, everything that exists in it is something that has come from the thoughts and ideas and dreams of mankind and the inventions that they dream of. So anything that mankind has pretty much dreamed up can be found inside of this alternate reality. A lot of it is just dangerous, weird stuff that just doesn't jive with true reality. Is you can't just take these devices and bring them back to reality or anything like that. But there's a lot of weird information, and the Technocracy recently has been doing. They don't do as much like research into these inventions as much as trying to find the dangerous ones and containing them. There is currently a war kind of happening there that's been going on for almost ever since the Technocracy has arrived, between the traditions and the Technocracy there. And also there's these lore people. Where was it? So yeah, historians is the name of. There's like historians that have been there for like ever, and then there's a bunch of tradition scavengers. Tradition and the traditions and the historians historically have worked together, and then the Technocracy has kind of come in and tried to rather than catalog or exploit the technology. The technocrats are identifying inventions that violate their goals for consensus, and use them to track down threats to the timetable for elimination. So they're trying to find inventions that just don't jive with what the fuck they're trying to do on Earth. In what they would probably display to you, or from the technocrats' point of view, they're trying to find harmful, dangerous technologies that, and inventions that are going to cause issues on Earth and prevent them from ever being brought to Earth, or not brought, but invented, I guess, on Earth.
Yeah. Do we know why we're going there and how it involves our
so
that we're doing?
Some of the information that got back from the expedition that Travis is on, he's currently on an expedition using information from that they're gathering right now using the Dagger, and analytics that they've done on where it's been and what kind of where it came from, what the whole concept behind what the Dagger is. And they found out that there was something in deep space that they could go and investigate a little bit more, in order to gather more information on this creature and the tie that it has to this Dagger. And they sent back a message that basically stated that what they had discovered was, something that exists both on Earth and something that exists in deep space. This creature that basically they're just calling Cthulhu at this point is something that they need to have more information regarding how the dagger was created. So in order to really, up their investigation. So what they're doing is needing you guys to take the dagger to this other realm. There is a research station there that's not at the main technocratic complex with a void engineer that is on the fringes of technocratic society that knows a lot of crazy things. Deals
Completely safe.
deals with some of the more extravagant technologies that exist in the universe, and they need you to. He's got she's got an analyzer that should be able to do a full deconstruction of this device or of this dagger, and it's an invention that only exists in this realm. So to get a better understanding of the dagger, they need you to go to the realm, deliver the dagger, and then come back.
Gotcha.
So wait, are we just delivering the dagger?
Yep.
Yeah, it's an escort mission.
It's like a drop-off package mission, basically.
Isn't there a gate directly into the facility there?
No. No, this is a person that has basically quarantined themselves from the technocracy.
So it's like a hermit existing in an alternate dimension.
Yeah, a hermit existing in an alternate dimension
Genius hermit.
Sends reports and stuff like that, and it's been cleared. She knows you're coming. She has authorized the use, that she'll investigate into the dagger. They talk to her and stuff, but she needs somebody to physically bring them the dagger. And this is a high enough priority and a dangerous enough mission to actually send enlightened individuals to it. You will also be provided with an emergency button that you can press, and it will summon a squad of MIB enhanced people if need be. But they're not something that need to be along with you.
So, since we have like a minute left before Mike is supposed to be gone.
Yep.
A couple things I want to ask. Since it's been a couple months, do I have my willpower and my quiescence?
Yep, you can fill yourself back up on quiescence, and we can work out if you want to try doing math on nodes and stuff like that, and how much you would be having extra over a month. You'd probably be using some here and there. If you don't want to argue anything, it'll just always be, especially at the end of downtimes, you'll just have everything back to normal. But there's possibilities you could do some crazy stuff and spend a bunch of willpower during downtime, or spend a bunch of quiescence if you want to make something or do something.
Okay. And then no, that's it. Thank you.
By our next one, I will have listened through the previous ones and probably gotten a lot more background information on all of this. I'm assuming that the next one is going to be a little bit in the future for us to go find this dagger. Like, I've already kind of got the basic rundown from everything, or am I still kind of going to be fresh?
I would say you'll be up to speed as much as you want to be.
Okay.
As whatever comfort level you're at that point.
Okay.
But yeah, we're definitely. I'm going to give you guys about a month of downtime. So I mean, I guess actually, Amber, Phaedra, and Tycho will both have about a month and or a couple months worth of downtime that you guys can work out with me if there's anything specific you want to do, or any devices or rituals or what have you. I guess we don't call it rituals, protocols. Sorry, special protocols that you're doing, or extended protocols. We can work all that stuff out. And did you recorded this session as well?
Are you asking me?
Yep.
I've got, how much do I have now? I have 50 minutes. I didn't start until I think you and we were playing for at least 20 minutes at the time, but I got most of it.
That's fine. Yep. Yeah, I'll remember I'll just start recording as well, just to have a backup. But yeah, in any case, I think this was a good little start here. I think at the point we'll start next game will be you guys will be going right into the gate, and we'll be taking the adventure to another realm. So,
yay!
Cool. Well, I like it.
Do you want me to have a gadget or two by then as well?
Yeah, if you guys want to make up gadgetries and stuff like that, feel free to work with me on the side or whatever for coming up with some stuff. But really, if you feel comfortable, just make some stuff and come up with some ideas and just have fun with it. Kind of just read the powers that you have and try and come up with some items that you can create that you can use, along the, at any time if you're choosing.
There's a lot of devices that are in the books as well.
Oh, okay.
There's devices. You gotta remember, there's two different things. Devices are wonders.
Yeah, are we creating foci?
No, you're creating gadgets. Gadgets are similar to talismans and stuff. So gadgets are, the one-use items, items that can be used by anybody. Even a human can take up a grenade that's infused with a bunch of power that just explodes at an unbelievable size. It's your magic potions, your hypo sprays, stuff like that.
Can we get devices, or is that not gonna happen?
You can. If you have the ability to make your own, absolutely. Are you able to just? Yeah, you'd have to have Prime 4, I think, or 5 to make a wonder.
We could requisition devices from Q Division.
Yes, and there is some background stuff regarding that. There is definitely role playing that you guys can do for that if you have a specific item that you need. For a mission. But yeah, it would be a requisition. It's something that you wouldn't own. We can definitely get them along the way and stuff like that, or you can permanently be requisitioned something if it's something that I feel or you feel is something that you think you should permanently have after a while. But in general, I'm not going to be just handing out one. Wonders are going to be extremely rare. They're not extremely rare, but they're not something that they just hand out on every mission.
Yeah. But so for the next month, we're going to be gearing up for this mission and doing tactical runs and briefings and stuff.
Yep, pretty much is just doing team mission type stuff. Your simulator room can give you some ideas of what the terrain will be like and what the even what the path is and everything. You've got the full technocracy behind you, so truthfully though, it is left into your guys' hands. That's something that they're not a lot of the way that I'm going to handle these kind of teams is that they're going to leave it up to you as to utilizing the resources that you have. They're not going to be requisitioning things to you. You're going to have to ask for things. If you want to use the simulator room, you just ask to use it, but they're not going to say you have to do these many training sessions. This is what you're going to be doing. For your team, it's going to be much left to train how you want. This is what your mission will be, though. And your success or failure will really be on your characters rather than the mission guides that they don't really give you a mission guide or anything.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think I got a pretty good idea of where we're going to be next time. The only thing that I'd like to mention is I do go back to work next week, and because of the freakiness of my schedule, I might not be available at 6, but I will
Yep.
do my best to let everybody know beforehand. It should be fine. So
Okay.
Yeah. And I think you know, especially when we start picking things up, if we can find a better day that just like works for all of us, you know, we can talk, you know, more about switching up the day.
yeah, I'm fine with Tuesday at this point, but yeah, I'd be fine with discussing a different day at some point in the future.
But what the best day for you would be like Saturday, would it be, or Sunday?
Saturday and Sunday, because the only thing I'm doing on Sunday is the same thing you're doing. So
I would prefer Saturday because that's one of my free days where I don't have to get up or go to work. But I can do Sunday too.
And Sunday you work at 11?
Yeah.
Okay. Saturday is taking up every Saturday, even if it's just for 3 hours. Kind of sucks, but yeah, it's something we can all just keep in mind, and we can come back and talk about it more and more moving forward.
yeah, but we're on for Tuesday next week then.
Tuesday next week. Yep, 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock.
All right, sounds good. I'm gonna get off. I will talk to you guys next week.
Yeah, bye-bye. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'm gonna stay on kind of. I've just got some packing and stuff that I need to do.
Oh yeah. Okay. Stop.